For today's installment of the Future Vlog, I'm going to be covering things that I personally think are obsolete, things that we should have stopped using years ago, but we still continue to use in daily life. The first of these things that I'm going to talk about is actually the QWERTY keyboard. I know you all know it well. It's the keyboard format that, it's pretty much the standard nowadays. It's been for as long as we can remember. The question is, why is the QWERTY keyboard the way it is? And I actually found this out this weekend. It goes all the way back to the early days of the typewriter, when typists would actually type the keys too fast and they would jam the keyboard because of the speed that they were typing, because it was too efficient. The letters were, the commonly used letters were very easily accessible, and as a result, they pretty much scrambled the letters on the keyboard, so that you would have to type slower without damage to the typewriter. Something else that was funny about that is the top row of letter keys from Q to P. All the letters of typewriter are in there, and that is actually because back in the day when they were demonstrating typewriters, it was pretty cool, I guess, to be a customer and watch someone type the word typewriter just very quickly. But the key was that it was all on the same line of letters on the keyboard. And basically, it's the year 2009. QWERTY keyboard was devised in like 1870, and it's just pretty crazy that we're still using that. It was meant to slow us down typing wise because the machinery at the time couldn't handle it. But now with computers, it seems kind of ridiculous that we're still using the keyboard system. There are other keyboards. I know the Dvorak keyboard. It's called DVORAK. His keyboard design is basically made to make up for the shortcomings of the QWERTY keyboard. It's set up so basically all the keys, all the commonly used letters are very accessible to the typer. I know all the people who have basically all the world typing records, they type on Dvorak keyboards. And I think we need to, it's going to be, it's very difficult to change because we've been using it for so many years. But I think we're not limited by the technology anymore, It's not like we have to worry about jamming keys. So I think we either need to slowly develop a way to either come up with a better keyboard, or start introducing this new keyboard at an early age. But what was I saying? We just need a new keyboard. There's nothing wrong with it, but if it could be more efficient, then why not let it be? That is my first obsolete item that I'm going to talk about. Okay, the second obsolete item I'm going to talk about is actually the internal combustion engine. The internal combustion engine was actually something that Leonardo da Vinci talked about in like 1509. After that, someone had a gunpowder powered water pump. That was the closest thing we had to the current internal combustion engine at the time. And then someone named Samuel Brown in 1823 basically built the first working internal combustion engine. And when it ran, he basically claimed that the effect that it was running under was called the Leonardo effect, which is going back to Leonardo da Vinci. Even in 1823, that was a completely obsolete term. And the internal combustion engine was it's the engine that we still use today in all of our cars. It's almost unchanged since the 1850s. Now with global warming and everything, we know the effects of pollution. Burning things is not the way to go. I think the internal combustion engine needs to be replaced. We've been using it for entirely too long. We have better technology. We have better technology now. We got hydrogen fuel cells. We have electric motors, and if we just got to be creative. Basically, we get sucked into the cycle of using the same things because it's profitable. Because of oil companies, they're making a lot of money off the internal combustion engine, and it needs to change. And that is the internal combustion engine. Okay, my third obsolete item is actually the incandescent light bulb. It has almost been unchanged since Thomas Edison made it popular in the late 1800s. It actually wasn't even invented by Edison. He just perfected the process to make it and make the vacuum in the light bulb basically the best vacuum out of anyone at the time. So his light bulbs took off. The light bulb was actually invented by Sir Humphrey Davy almost 40 years before Edison. We're using a technology from about 1810, and it's still the most commonly used light bulb. Nowadays, we know about fluorescent light bulbs. Those are the ones that, they look like a little spiral. They're like 8 to 10 times more efficient than an incandescent light bulb. With incandescent light bulbs, most of their energy that they put out actually gets lost as heat. They're very inefficient. They waste a lot of electricity, and I think we could do better. And that is the end of the future vlog, part 5. I will see you next time.